Hey everyone, Dr. Nuesse from EasyDOTphysicals.com back again with another video. In this one, I am going to show you the process for home testing for THC marijuana so you get the most accurate results and are prepared for that official drug test. And I am going to be using the Exploro THC Urine Test strips. You can find these on Amazon. This is the 15 pack, and I'm just going to perform the test on myself and follow the instructions step by step and show you the results. So the reason that I'm doing this video is because I get comments on videos all the time with confusion about how to home test or why a certain person got a certain result because they are a user, they haven't used in a while. Why did I get a negative result? Why did I get a positive result? Number one, it's important to follow the steps and be very, very careful with the steps so you get accurate results. And the other thing that I'll just mention here, and I will talk more about when I actually do the test, is you also want to test multiple times leading up to the actual official test. All right, so I'm going to perform this test on myself and show you the process step by step and then interpret the results. Two things before I get there. Number one, thank you so much to all of the subscribers and the members of this channel for helping keep this channel going. And number two is if you have an upcoming drug test, and I'm expecting a lot of you will if you're watching this video, two things. Number one is home test, please home test. And number two is I teach a course. It is 100% free on the platform Teachable. We can't do it here on YouTube, but it's on the platform Teachable that will show you step by step how to be best prepared to actually pass a drug test for THC marijuana. If you use the THC test strips that I'm going to show you here, that I'm using here in the video, the course is 100% free. All of that information will be down in the description box below. All right, so let's go through the process step by step. And again, we're using the Exploro THC Urine Test strips. There's 15 of them in this pack. I picked this one because this is the most popular THC test on Amazon, the #1 bestseller. I've talked to the guys at Exploro and I work closely with them. I've talked to them multiple times. It's amazing how many of these packs they actually sell on a daily basis. So let's go through what you're actually going to need. So obviously you're going to need the test strips, and then you really only need two other things. One is a little plastic cup. You can get one of these at home. You don't need anything fancy or special, just a clean plastic cup that you can catch your sample in. And then you need something to lay the test strip on. And again, very simple. I just used this food container lid. We're just gonna set the test strip down on this to let it rest before reading the results. So this test kit is very, very simple. There's only a couple things in this kit. It only comes with a couple things because that's all you really need. It comes with one thing, which is the instruction booklet. So it gives you full instructions here. But again, this video is going to serve as the instructions if you just want to watch this video and follow along. But here are the steps. We'll just set this aside. And also they have right on the back a step-by-step process and how to read the results and what the results mean. I've done so many different videos on reading results of THC and other drug tests on this channel, but we will go over the results once we complete the test. And then the only other thing in this kit are the test strips, and there are 15 of them. Now, why do you need so many? And there is a reason. There's a reason that the 15 pack is the best selling pack on Amazon, and it's because you don't just test one time. I get comments all the time on my videos of I tested once, I never used, but it came back positive, or I haven't used in a while, it came back positive, or I just recently used and I took a THC test and it was negative. Why? I just recently used. And it's because, as I've stated multiple times on different videos, the THC levels can fluctuate because THC can be stored in your fat and then re-released over time, or it can be stored and then not show up. So it's important to test multiple times. You want 3, 4, maybe more tests every single morning leading up to that official test. And what you want to see is that maybe you don't pass initially and then it's very close the next time, and you know, you just get more and more passing results closer to the actual test. So testing once basically gives you no information. You want multiple tests. If you could do 15, that would be great, but 3 or 4 leading up, every day leading up to that official test would be great. That would give you a lot of information. If you pass every single time, you're most likely going to pass that official test. If you fail every single time, you're most likely going to fail that test. If you failed initially and then you pass maybe that second to last day and that last day before the exam, you're most likely going to pass. So you need more information. Again, THC levels fluctuate. All right, I won't drone on about that. Even on the actual test strip packet, they have some instructions on how to read the results. They're very thorough because again, if you mess this up, you're not going to get the right results. All right, we will open this up, and what is in this package? I will just set this aside here. Should only be one thing in here, and yep, it's just the test strip, and the only other thing in there is the little packet that helps preserve it. So the test strip, how you use the test strip, this is what you hold on to, and then this end is what you're going to dip into your sample, and you only can dip it up to this black line. You cannot go above that black line, so you just go about halfway and you hold it in there for about 10-15 seconds. So that's what I'm going to do. Good, and that is enough. And then the only other thing that we need to do now is let this rest, and then we will wait exactly 5 minutes, and then check the results. All right, so the instructions clearly state that you do not read the results after 5 minutes. Typically, I've found that I can get a result at about 3 or 4 minutes, but they specifically say do not read the test results after 5 minutes because they will not be accurate. So it's been about 4 minutes now, and we're just going to check the result here. And what I'm seeing is, again, we have 2 lines here, 1 line here and 1 line here. So what does that actually mean? What I'm going to do is bring up the actual packaging that it came with and just kind of line the packaging up here. And you can see that a negative result is 2 lines. So a line here, matching up with this line and this line. And they're labeled right here, the control line and the test line. So a positive result would be that you only got the control line and there was no line here. That would be a positive result, meaning you tested positive for THC. If you get 2 lines, even though this one's pretty dark and this one's a little bit lighter, I'm not a THC user, so I'm going to test negative. It's a little bit lighter, but that doesn't matter. Maybe I was just a little overly hydrated. I do drink a lot of water. That can cause this line to be a little bit lighter. But any line here means that I tested under the 50 nanogram per milliliter cutoff, which is the standard for urine drug tests. All right, so just for the sake of being crystal clear, I'm going to show you the other potential results. So I'm going to move all this stuff out of the way just so you can see it very, very clearly. And I actually used a marker here because I can't actually produce a positive result. But again, all you do is you line the test strip up to the packaging, and it shows you here that you have a line in the control field and you have no line in the test field, and that is a positive result. So that's what a positive result will look like, just a line. And again, you'll know the difference between the control field line and the test line because all you got to do is line this up with the packaging. All right, so that's one potential option. Another option would be if you get this result, and this would be if I only have a line in the test field. And again, I'm lining it up to the packaging. So for whatever reason, I've only got a line in the test field, but no control line. Again, you have to have that control line or it's an invalid test. And then finally, and I think very obviously, but again, I want to go through all of the scenarios, is if you actually dip this in your sample, waited 5 minutes, you think you did everything correctly, but for whatever reason you're getting no lines, it generally just means that you didn't allow the fluid to travel up far enough on the test strip, but that again would be an invalid test. So that is everything. Those are all of the results. All right, so that's everything step by step, including all of the possible results. If you have any questions, if you're unclear about something, if I didn't cover something thoroughly enough, please ask me those questions in the comments section below. I take a look at all of those comments, and if I can answer them, I most certainly will. I don't want people going in being unprepared. Also, please test yourself at home, and please check out that free course in the description box below. Okay, until next time, everybody, stay safe.